a council is formed. The Lord, a resplendent, disgustingly elegant figure, the magistrate of this place, Rabu Tokujin, assembled are two of the generals, both holding the aura of just disgust that he has, yet carrying themselves differently. One man, the man in proper clothing of a samurai with a steel mask, his name Hanmaru. He is the captain of the guard. Next to him, a lowly bandit, Tomakami. These two stand loyally, with Tokujin rubbing his temple slightly. He flicks his fan, and then hovers it over his face slightly before he speaks again. "What is the report?" Hanmaru speaks. "Well, quite simply, sir, ever since arriving, those two have been sitting in the inn, and as we've reported from that one's," he gestures to his right, Tomakami giving his signature grin unabated. Yeah, my boys, they spotted him out on the edge of town." "Oh, the other ones?" "Yes, sir." Hanmaru, glances back towards Tokujin, whose only silhouette seeable through his red draperies, the candles lighting up his form. He puts his fan down after flapping himself with some air, and he reaches down to the corner. A letter received. "Yes, well then." He looks at it. It was signed. It was by a deliveryman who was en route to go and find, generally, the people to help defeat Tokujin's master. That strange one, the one only known as Mr. Grey, seemed to receive these, and from that point, Tokujin's special ability was required to help this deception go further. The original letter wanted them to go to the capital, as is reasonable. However, now they're sent to Hirano, where a trap has been sprung. He looks at the letter, smiles to himself at his absolute artistry. He pulls out another piece of paper and starts, with a small, tiny letter opener, he jabs his finger. Blood pouring out from the wound, except different. Hanmaru and Tomakami cannot see it, but this blood is ink. It is a black color, and it seems to drift out as though his blood was replaced with something else, something more. Tokujin runs his finger along the page, just smearing it quite a bit. Goodness. He flicks his hand slightly and grabs out a little bandage, tying it around himself. And from that, he pokes just singular time on the paper, and the ink itself seems to twist, words forming in a perfect signature, matching that of the magistrate. The ink is under his control. This was the ability granted him by the mysterious woman that came not so long ago. Regardless, Hanmaru, step forward. Hanmaru does so, moving forward, and Tokujin slides the paper through. When Hanmaru sees it, he sees a bounty? Yes. Official government right. Of course signed by the actual officials back at the courtly court. No one who would come to question Tokujin would doubt the validity of this. It was something of a assurance that Tokujin will not be tried for the murder of 4 individuals. Hanmaru pockets this. It'll be valuable for him to have later. Alright, sir. What's the plan? Tokujin considers for a second. My magnificence tells you, Tomakami, you go first. Hanmaru, organize the rest of the troops. Try to take care of things quietly, if possible. Tomakami nods. Yeah, boss. He, shuffles off, his rather large form appearing as he steps down the stairs. Hanmaru waits a bit till he's gone. I do not understand how you can trust that slime, Lord Tokujin. Well, I don't trust him, but my money makes him trustworthy, Hanmaru. He waves his hand. With my abilities, we have an infinite budget to pay those hooligans. I just simply have to request more from the government, and, well, their response, whatever it is, I can, of course, make that how I wish. Of course, Lord, if you find that usable, then fine. Thanks. I appreciate you taking me back in after what I did. Oh, a little bit of manslaughter is no concern, Hanmaru. You are my most loyal retainer, after all. He, waves his hand. But now, prepare the troops. We don't know how much time we have, after all. Hanmaru takes steps off, leading through the stairs as well, grabbing one of the swords assembled at the edge before he departs. A ceremonial sword that belongs to him. And so Tokujin waits. When both are gone, he simply seems to talk some more, as if speaking to a third individual, one who is not visible but very much there. Quite the interesting fellows, don't you think? Silence. Oh, goodness, boy. You should learn to be more talkative. You can't get far in the world if you don't learn from my magnificent mains. He, opens his fan again and shakes onto his head, the wind blowing against him. He continues, and the person on the other end just... Okay. Tokujin... Watch this. I have prepared an excellent attack. I know that uncouth ninja is on the way, but let me show them the true power of Tokujin. They shall see my worth. He sits, considering his brilliance. His plan so close to being ready to be executed. The town of Hirano. It is bleak. No one's particularly outside. It's not a bustling center of peasant life or civilians. Instead, it just seems to be a quiet, oppressive place. Things don't seem quite right just off of appearances. However, you know that somewhere in town, the rest of your friend, Buru, is here with whatever aid he was sent with.
What a gloomy backwater. Hideo, your friend has poor taste in vacation destinations.
So the fucking token layer!
My lord, this is a bit dry.
As you're here, you're about to talk, you notice, this individual in front of you kind of picking his teeth kind of looks slightly in your direction. There's something off about him, too. He certainly does not seem to be anyone you would consider a normal townsfolk. There is something off about him as well. Your general ability to pick up on people's vibes, especially those of the underworld, you can tell that this man is quite simply a bandit. There's no other way about it. Yet, no one seems to mind too much. And ahead you see guards, but they don't seem to be dealing with this. Neither does there seem to be any form of issues. The man himself just kind of picks his teeth looking at you. He flicks the toothpick onto the floor and just continues staring and nods once.
Completely oblivious to this, Junya wanders off the path to the side, and he closes his umbrella, sets it at his side, and carefully and almost daintily removes his sandals and places his bare feet in the grass. Not sure how I care for its consistency. Still, it is grass.
My lord.
And this dirt, relatively free of rocks. It is acceptable. Well, did you need something, Hideo?
My lord, we'd best not linger. You stand out quite a bit.
Well, I should hope so.
Not here.
What do you think before we proceed into the main thoroughfare and are greeted by bustling hordes of onlookers? Do you think he holds up his umbrella? Do you think the green today, or perhaps the blue? Cherries aren't in season. No, reminds me too much of the mud. What say you?
Perhaps it best that you not show everybody in the village exactly how many umbrellas you are carrying. In your finery and your obvious well-grooming, we should probably get to where we need to be.
I suppose we shouldn't draw the ire of the jealous.
Yes, the gentry await us inside the gate.
Well, lead on.
And Hideo's just sort of keeping an eye out all over the place.
You look around, you notice, on the corner, you see two hooligans, obviously bandits as well, basically harassing this man who's in the village, trying to carry rice to some form of market with his wife, and they seem to just be caught in this unfortunate affair. Everyone seems a little too preoccupied, and no one who can see is willing to help, everyone locking themselves inside of their houses.
Oh, look, a tree.
Yeah. Hideo is he saw the situation as it was occurring over there from like way back here, and now he's doing everything he can to naturally look like he's not looking in that direction.
I say, that may be the first merchant I've seen since we set off.
Hey, you, Master, you should stay close.
I want, Hideo. I want
There are
for the finer
pickpockets
things.
about.
This might be my only chance to replenish my supplies.
Your finer things could get lost or stolen by pickpockets. They are very sneaky.
I would like to see them try. They'd have to do quite well indeed to separate me from my hard-won possessions.
I would not like to see them try.
You there, sir. What is the finest thing you own?
Master, please.
Back off! He says, and then notices you. Gentlefolk. My apologies, lordling. We're just making sure that this man's wares check out, if you know what I mean.
Quality control is something of a passion of mine, in fact.
We've got this now. We're directly under the service of the local ward, Magister Tokujin. You don't need to consider yourself with such small affairs, Mr. Gentry.
Master.
Can I... So, Tokujin, I'm just gonna infer certain things about him from the previous scene.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a man that might in some respects be a kindred spirit to me, and perhaps I know him, or I know of him.
Oh yes! Wonderful Tokujin! What a kind soul! What a kindred spirit of you! He does his
Tokujin.
makeup so well.
Quite simply one of my favorite people.
Jesus.
And what say you, does this merchant's wares, do they live up to the standards favored by your master?
Sora smiles a bit and looks and approaches. Well, they're not letting us take a look. The man kind of scoots to the side. Please, sir, these people. The one above him kind of moves closer. I'm sorry, these guards, there's nothing wrong with them. They're kind souls. I'm just being stubborn. Hideo, you can tell he's being under extreme duress.
Well, perhaps we could assist you. I sort of say, like, almost in a way to sort of reassure the guy that I'm not going to... That we're gonna sit here and watch them watch his, check out his stuff. To make sure that nothing gets stolen.
I mean, are you busy right now, though? You got something... I imagine you have a meeting with Tokujin, right?
Is Tokujin your friend? Oh my goodness, what a small world!
Yes, but we're not in any huge rush. We've got some time.
Well, I can't really argue with that, I suppose. They step aside, and they look through the bag, and they perform a completely normal inspection, and then the one at the bottom says, moving past the coin purse, which is in the back, he just looks at the rest of the bags and says, "Yep, all rice. Everything checks out, sir."
Good. Well done. I'm sure the good Lord will be pleased to know that nothing was smuggled in or out of the city.
Yep. He looks, "I guess we gotta go finish our patrol now, don't we, Sora?" "Yeah, Riku, let's go."
We were doing so well.
It's a fucking wash. We can't save it from here. There needs to be some serious restructuring going on here.
I'm dying.
They take steps off. The man approaches. Thank you so much. Yes. They both step up and shake your hands, and the man reaches to grab some coins to give you as a penance for the kindness you've given to him.
Don't thank me. I was just making sure that they were doing their jobs. That's all.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, my good man, I fear you have it rather backwards. People are supposed to give you money in exchange for objects.
I'm afraid I only have rice today, sir. But if you come back tomorrow morning, I should have some more goods in store.
Oh, see that you do. Rice is... It's fine.
Do you need to know anything? Anything I can help you with? He looks back and forth between the two.
What's wrong with rice? No, just save us a bowl tomorrow.
Okay.
A bowl, yes. Wonderful idea. Yes, I will be back at the crack of dawn tomorrow. By that time, try your best to procure the most well-endowed, gilded, fanciful, simply exquisite bowl that you can muster, filled with only your finest rice. And then, we may speak as men do. he taps his nose like, yeah, you know what's going on.
Of course.
Fine day to you, sir, madam. Come along, Hideo. Time waits for no one.
I go up to the guy. He'll forget all about it. And then, okay. he'll forget all about it by tomorrow. It'll be alright. Coming!
Okay, thank you. You approach, and the man in front of you, hold right there, sir. Who are you?
Excuse me? Did you perhaps ask me who I am?
That is correct.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, I don't think so, no. Hideo, we must find a better town.
My lord, the arrangements have already been made.
I suppose it can't be helped. He closes his parasol, tucks it under one arm, and makes the biggest, most elaborate bow imaginable. Yoshihara no Junya, of the esteemed Yoshihara clan. You may kiss my hand if you wish.
He says, "Oh, right. Of course." He smiles. "Mr. Yoshihara. A pleasure. We're so happy to have you. Unfortunately, Mr. Tokujin can't accept you right now. However, he points his finger over in this direction. That inn right over there has the other visitors that have come to meet with Lord Tokujin. If you could head on right in there, all the drinks are in Tokujin's honor tonight.
Very well.
Outstanding! Come, my lord, let us not leave them waiting.
You take steps through the muddy floor and walk up to this rather shabby inn. It's not. It's actually an impressive building, but it certainly is nothing you would like to stay in for an extended period of time, Yoshiharu.
It certainly is. I wish I could just float away like a balloon. I see what's going on here. Yes, it's all becoming perfectly clear to me. That Tokujin, that clever fox, he knows he needs the extra time if he doesn't want to lose out to me. Oh. But time will avail him of nothing. I will still out-primp him.
Jesus.
Junior throws the doors open and marches in.
You step on a rather shabby rug as Hideo follows behind you. And in front, a child simply is sitting, kind of looking up. She walks over. Oh, hello. Hang on. She yells, Dad! Dad! And then, suddenly, from around, you hear steps as an individual approaches. And, running out, a older gentleman approaches out, and he said, welcome to the inn. My name is, I'm Mr. Fujioka. I run this inn. This is my daughter. Please, come on inside. How may I assist you? He starts to realize that, you are actually a lot more well-off and interested, and he kind of, eyes perk a bit. I am sorry, my lord. I can get you the best room if possible if you're boarding for the night. Anything I could do to help?
Yes, I would like that very much. I would also care if you could hold on to these for me. He, Junya unslings a cylinder from his back that's normally strapped across it, patterned like turtle scales, full of, you can see a bunch of handles poking out of the end. Yes, have a care with it. I dare say it's worth quite a bit more than this establishment.
Of course. He realizes what that is, and he said, I'll put it in back with the storage. Please give your names to my daughter, and you can be off. He runs off and stores it right in the back room.
Hello, young lady.
Hello. May I get your name, sir?
Yoshiharu no Junya.
She looks down at the paper. She starts writing slowly.
Well, Hideo, don't keep the young lady waiting.
Fumikaze Hideo.
Oh, okay. She clicks to that one a lot easier and writes it down rather simply. You're both checked in. If you want, we're gonna start a fire in the shared room soon, and, the bedroom that is open, she looks back and points at this one, in case you're staying the night. There you go. Thank you for staying at the Fujioka Inn. She bows her head and puts her head to the floor and hands their formal bow, and then sits back up and continues looking through the ledger, and looking like she's trying to learn how to read from it.
Thank you.
Well, what an industrious little sprog.
As you come around the corner, you see two tendrils poking along the outside, and they quickly retract as you make footfall, and then you hear thump 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 as from around the corner, this significantly more diminutive than you woman flies at you, throws an arm around your shoulder, and gets you in a headlock. June, it's been so damn long. How are you doing?
What? Unhand me, you vile strumpet!
Oh my god.
Oh. Well, goodness.
I would not expect to have run into you in a place like this.
No, certainly not. I thought you were off on some manner of crazy crusade.
Yeah, I was kicked out of the country for forehead like tenses up for a second. Man's laughter, it's some stuff. It's fine. She still has you in a headlock. Ooh, who's your friend?
This is my retainer, Fumikaze Hideo.
I bow.
The greatest, one of the greatest duelists in all of Raoji.
Oh, you're a duelist? I would love nothing more than to
Really?
fight you. Oh, that's right.
Buru's leaning in the doorway with a big smoke pipe. Hideo, the great duelist. I've heard of you.
Yes. Well, it seems I've managed to garner some manner of reputation in my time.
Looks over at Junya. Yeah, looks like it.
Show wheels Junior around so that she can successfully point him at Buru. And this is
Yes,
out.
perhaps you've also heard of me, Yoshihara no Junya.
It feels like he's trying to go for emotion, but I'm not letting him. Sho says keeping him in the headlock.
Big toothy grin. Buru approaches, towering over this man, and extends a hand. Okayama Buru. Buru's fine. I'm also
Fascinating.
known as the Bronze Bull.
Detaches.
He cricks his neck after being in a really weird half suplexed position for the past 45 seconds. Charmed. You know, the show, you didn't tell me that you had befriended an ogre. That is the sort of thing I feel it is polite to mention.
I always meant to keep in touch, but, trails off!
Well, if you too have known the sting of exile, perhaps the two of us are destined to become closer than ever.
You have faced being exiled, huh?
Indeed. My name is cursed throughout the capital, sung in the taunting chants of 1,000 urchins.
Neat.
I was one of those urchins. Anyway, you guys wanna sit down?
Yeah, come on.
Of course.
The man steps aside and sits down for a moment while the fire is lit.
Buru comes around the corner and puts a hand on the man's shoulder. Thank you very much. This is wonderful, and hands him
No problem.
a couple coins.
Oh, goodness, so gracious. I'm actually just about to get the tea ready. He steps back in the room and starts fumbling around with some tea.
Well, thank you very much. We have guests, so we're gonna need a few extra cups.
Okay.
Tea at last. Perhaps there is some vestige of civilization to be found in this place.
Yes, have a seat, Yoshi and Hideo. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Oh, you two know each other?
The man squeezes by and puts down some tea, a kettle of tea, while you're all talking. He's just going to do this ceremony and stuff while you're talking, so don't need to concern yourself with this.
Yes, I received your letter. I received your letter and knew I had to come out as quickly as I could. It had simply been too long.
Buru cocks an eyebrow, and keeps puffing on his smoke and looks at the man as he leaves. You know,
Yes.
Nothing. Thank you very much. We'll handle it from here.
Of course.
Hideo, don't get me wrong. I am happy to see you because it's been far too long. I didn't send you a letter, though.
Huh?
No.
I'm certain you did. I reach into my my thing. I reach into my my coat and pull the letter out. I open it up and is this not your signature?
It's absolutely your signature. You could even cross-compare with a ledger, and it's perfect. That's rather strange, because you know you didn't write this letter, too.
Yeah, Buru pulls out his little black book that Sho had seen in their early travels and looks at the signatures. Oh, I don't like the look of that.
Yes, I dare say your signature could use a little fancying.
Buru just looks up at Hideo and gives him a toothy grin of like, oh, I see.
Is this a window or an exit?
That's an exit. It seems to be a singular sliding door that could open.
All right. Hideo's keeping an eye on the exits. The second that Buru said he didn't write the letter, Hideo reached into his pocket and palmed something. It is difficult to tell what it is because it's just
Sho's quietly sipping away at the water that she's been given, but her hair has changed color again. Honestly, if you're looking for tips on writing, you should ask June. He did teach me a long time ago, but he said that words with letters less than 13 are for poor people, so I only know really long words. She gets a distant look.
Why, Sho, how positively sesquipedalian of you.
I know how to write that one.
Oh, rich enough to just make up words, huh? That's fun.
Wait, it was made up?
Probably. Buru looks over to Hideo and like gestures to this door behind him and the door behind Junya, and then he gestures to these two doors to the east and north, saying that he'll watch those if you watch those two.
Yep. Hideo takes a smell of the tea and sort of presses it up to his mouth, but he's not going to drink it. This tastes a bit strange. Hideo gets up and accidentally, he gets up, and as he gets up, he quote-unquote accidentally knocks the tea over. Oops! Oh!
Junior was just in the middle of starting to pour a cup. Oh, you Claude, you wretch!
Oh, goodness!
Oh.
I apologize. I must not have set it up stable. He takes the pot.
No, I must apologize. It was my servant here who blundered your precious tea onto the floorboards instead of into my mouth.
My apologies. My apologies, my lord.
No, please. It's no problem. I can prepare another cup if you'd like.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually pretty good around the kitchen.
Junior puts his hands on this man's shoulders. I would like that very much.
You know, you're already overworked as it is, and I'm pretty good in the kitchen myself, so I'd be happy to assist you.
I couldn't ask a customer to do something like that.
I insist.
He looks at you and your massive size is like,
just
very well,
up.
very well. He hands you the teacup and goes back out to sit down with his daughter.
Much appreciated.
Well, tea making. Your friend is full of surprises, sure.
He's quite the artist. Thinking back to earlier and all the shattered stuff, let's hope he's learned to hold back just a little bit.
Yeah. I assume I know where the kitchen is?
Yeah, well, generally, all of the tea stuff is from over here, and he just directly prepared it next to the fire and put it on. So,
I see.
You can just grab some tea stuff from out of there, and that should be fine.
Yeah. Buru is going to kind of look around to see if there's any suspicious things lying about, like a bottle or anything that could lead to like poison or something like that.
Perhaps four weirdly underlit guys.
I mean, I can't see that.
They're on his blind side.
They sure are.
You can't hear them though. They are very They're very rambunctious. They're just yelling and screaming and drinking sake by the sound of it. Do you want to take your head out the window though?
Oh, can my head fit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Which window? The northern one?
Yeah.
I won't fully poke out, but I will like as much
Horns
as
and eyes.
Yeah, as much as I can without really setting up.
Alright, you take a peek, and outside you see, over here at the gate, a strange, very bandit-looking man has emerged, and he tells these two guards and talks to them real quick, and they rush back inside the building. And there seems like there's some commotion, but it doesn't seem to be involving you, yet at least. Though, Things are certainly strange. You grab the tea and then have the pot. You just kind of can head back whenever you'd like to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Buru comes back in with a new fresh pot of tea and sets it down very delicately. Sorry that took so long. Something caught my eye. He looks over to Dale. We might have some company. Nothing to fear, of course. Just something to keep in mind.
Well, I dare say, company from the palace would be most welcome in these drab surroundings.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Sho keeps drinking her water. If they want to join us, they can.
Yeah. I bet you would actually like them to join us.
Her hair is wiggling.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Movements more and more. They attempt to move stealthily, but despite their best efforts, they're more than detected. Sho, glancing, you don't hear, or you don't see, but you simply hear the sound of the nearby room, kind of silently, like they're listening to someone talk. Hideo, you can very barely glance. You can kind of see peeking a direct path through these windows. You see some figures kind of peeking and moving around, just in slight glances. Someone's trying to surround the building.
Hideo gets up. Excuse me, I must excuse myself for a moment. It's been a long trip on the road.
Of course. Buru leans over to Sho. Out of curiosity, can Yoshi do anything besides being annoying?
Oh dear! As he sees Hideo leave, Junya leans over. I'm sorry to say it, but I'm afraid poor Hideo just has one of the smallest bladders I've ever seen.
At the response of that, Sho just kind of like the corner of her mouth twitches up ever so slightly into a smile.
Hideo, you start stepping outward, and this man in front of you almost seems a little surprised that you came out here. You almost seems like he's been caught red-handed. Yuto, the owner yesterday, kind of looked nervously as he just kind of spots. He kind of steps out and kind of looks like he's wondering if he should interfere. And the man kind of takes a step closer, and knowing the armed guard, Fujioka kind of moves up. My apologies, sir. Is there something wrong? Could I assist you? And the man kind of move aside. I don't need to talk to you, Fujioka. He bumps the man and knocks him back against the wall with the spear edge, and then points it forward again. You're under arrest.
Oh. Am I? I assure you, I just got here today. I have committed no crime.
He looks, and with you saying that, he kind of holds the spear point tighter, and almost seems to ignore that. My boss has informed me. But enough of this. I don't need to explain anything to you. Come on, we're going.
Oh.
The papers from the capital tell me all I need to know. So put down your weapons and come with me.
I very loudly exclaim, oh, well, surely we don't need all of these men here just to take little old me.
He's like, it's not just you.
I very loudly exclaimed so that anybody could hear.
Yeah. Fujioka looks around and kind of stops, and this guy steps out a bit, and the moment you say that, he stops, like, oh shit. He looks, and then the man kind of speaks. Please, we're just here to take all of your friends in the custom investigation. Honestly, the man steps out speaking. To hell with that! Let's just kill him! He pulls out his sword and begins charging at Hideo from behind.
Oh shit!
Okay. Hideo just sort of sidesteps, leaving his foot like leaned out forward.
You trip him over, and he falls forward, and he stumbles right in to the raised spear point, falling straight in there. The man freaks out. Attack!
Oh dear!
And then combat erupts across the entire inn.